Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition. Oh, wait, I'm not on screen. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the MakeCode Arcade Advanced stream. I'm Richard, at Richard on the MakeCode forum, and you can see me now.
I'm Daniel, at Daniel M on the MakeCode forum. Hopefully you can see me now.
I'm Joey, at JWonder on the MakeCode forum. You could always see me. It was just them that were messed up.
It's true.
Yeah, and I'm Vivian, at LibTrip on the MakeCode forum. And it'd be okay if you couldn't see me. I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah. No, actually, no one knows what Vivian looks like. This is a VTuber, you know.
It's Vivian. Vivian's not even my real name.
All right. Okay, so today I was in a meeting until like, I don't know, 2 minutes ago or something. And so I had an idea, but it is not fleshed out. My only idea was I saw that Untitled Arduino made a balloons tower defense game in the forum. And so I thought it would be fun to do a tower defense game today. Tower defense games are fun. So I figured let's do that. We've done one of those on stream before, but it was a while ago. So I figured it's time to do another one, you know?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm just going to start out with placeholder assets, but I want you guys to brainstorm what our thing should be. Also, should we use, let's use 8x8 tile maps, I think.
Nice. Oh, we have a question in chat. What about pigeon deliverance? Question.
Yeah. So yes, we are going to be doing pigeon deliverance games. We're going to be playing them tomorrow because you can still submit your game today. So don't worry, we're going to be playing the levels tomorrow. We just can't do it today because technically it is open until midnight Pacific Daylight Savings Time tonight. So yeah. All right, let's go to tile maps. Also, sorry if that wasn't clear. Next time I will specifically say the day that we're going to be playing the games on stream. All right. So one change to the tile maps extension that happened recently. I added 8x8 tile maps. So no more Rick Null / small tile maps. The extension is gone.
Rip.
Well, it's still there, but you shouldn't use it anymore. So you can now just get this straight from the tile maps extension. So we're going to go ahead and do a set current tile map and go ahead and drag out our 8x8 tile map. Open this up. And let's start by making a thing. Okay, so basics of tower defense. We have a path. We have swarms of things that are coming in. And we put down towers to automatically like defend against those swarms and try to prevent them from getting to a goal. So let's start by just defining our path and the goal, I think. So I'm going to just put a background of black. We will make a white path. I'll change these colors in a second. I don't like these colors. All right, get a little bit of zigzag action. And then, ooh, a branch.
Fancy.
That. And then we'll make our end right here. So we'll do for our start, we're going to do just a green square. I'll put that right there. For our end, we're going to do a red square. Whoops. Put that right there. Guys, do you have favorite tower defense games?
Wait, sorry, what was
Balloons.
balloon? Classic.
Wait, what'd you say, Daniel?
Balloons for sure.
I like Lucas's tower defense game in the forums with the birds because I like birds.
I was just informed about this one, and it was good that Vivian mentioned it because otherwise there's a high % chance we would have made one that is bird themed. I don't know if you guys know this, but we like birds on this stream. So, okay, so got our little path. And so normally when we do pathfinding, we do kind of like A star, right? I don't want to do A star though, because I think that we can do it ourselves. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make basically a couple extra tiles. We're going to go ahead and just duplicate this a few times. We're going to make this a arrow, and this arrow is just going to point in a direction. There we go. And we'll just do it like that.
Ooh.
So I shouldn't have duplicated this. I'm going to unduplicate this and duplicate this. There we go. Are you guys thinking of things to theme it with?
We're brainstorming in the chat. Also, we have a self-promoted extension called Tile Map Path, which feels relevant.
Well, sorry, we're not going to use that on stream because I don't know how to use it, but I'll take a look. Okay, so we're just laying out our path right now. So I'm putting these things on all of the turns. And we will use this to guide our little enemies. All right, and we have to figure out something to do for this one right here. I think let's like duplicate this, do that. And then do we have enough pixels to do this? I don't think we do. Yeah, that doesn't really read, huh?
If you cut out the middle 2 columns and just make it 2 tall arrows.
Let's just do it like this.
This is
Probably
fine.
fine. Yeah.
Now we got a barbell.
Yep, it's a barbell. All right, cool. So we've got a bunch of different markers now for where we should be making our turns. And so the idea is when we spawn our enemies, we're going to make them spawn downwards. And every time they overlap with one of these tiles, we're going to have them start going in the direction to that the tile indicates. So should be pretty easy. Let's go ahead now. We're going to go into our code, and we will see our tile map pop into life. And let's go ahead and create a basic enemy. So I think, let's see, how do we want to do this? Let's start by just spawning a bunch of enemies, and then we'll worry about doing like swarms later. Okay, so I'm going to do an on-game update every. We're going to create a sprite that is an enemy. It needs to be smaller than 8 by 8, so I'll make it like 6 by 6. And let's see if we can make an adorable enemy. Aw, look at him.
Aw.
Is it a little slime?
He's just a dummy. He doesn't know what he's doing is wrong.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
So we'll go ahead. We'll make him a kind enemy. And we're going to place these guys on top of our start tile. So that's this green up here. So let's go ahead. We're going to do a place on top of random. And we can do this because we only have one of these in our tile map. So it's always going to choose the same random one, just the start. And let's go ahead and make this new enemy. All right, so we got our new enemy. They're up there. Let's make a variable now that's going to be enemy speed. Right, I'm doing this to start instead of doing it later and regretting not starting this from the beginning.
That's development.
Yeah, we're learning.
Do you want to hear what we've brainstormed as themes so far?
You know I do.
Okay, so first proposal was cats towers, and then it evolved to magic cats, right? Where the cats are the towers, right? Then we're trying to decide what the enemies are supposed to be. I would like everybody's input on this because I was saying maybe the cats are defending your house from like things trying to invade it. So maybe raccoons or squirrels. But then also cats' natural enemies are dogs. But we've made a lot of dogs are enemy games lately. So I don't know if we also want to do this.
Have we?
Well, I have. So I
Okay.
don't know. That's where we're at so far.
Okay, I love the cats idea. Let's just lock in cats, okay?
Yeah.
And
for sure.
we'll come up with the rest.
And we're having art suggestions coming in, so I'm gonna start copying them.
All right, cool. Okay, so we've got our enemies. They are spawning up here and just crashing into the wall because they're dummies. They don't know what they're doing is wrong. And so we need to write some code now to make it so that they change direction when they hit this tile. So you might think that like the easiest way to do this is just to, let's go ahead and do an on overlaps. Change this to kind enemy. Change this to our first turn, which is this one. And then we want to set our Vy to be 0, and we want to set our Vx to be positive, just going to the right. I realized that was the left to you guys, but that was the right to me. And let's watch this go. Ooh. Okay. Oh, I made the classic mistake.
Quarter? No.
No, not a quarter. This probably should be a quarter though.
What's the mistake?
I was using I had copied and pasted this code, so it had the new enemy variable, and I needed to drag out the sprite from the event.
Oh.
All right, and see, this is why this doesn't work, unfortunately. This code is going to run as soon as we start overlapping with this tile. So it's running right now when we are just hitting the very edge. And so they're all piling up right here. What we wanted to do is we only want to trigger this when they actually move to the center of this tile. And so there's a few ways we can do this. I'm going to try and just do it the easy way, and we'll see if it works. Actually.
Can we do on hit wall and then inspect the tile below us? Is that possibly the easiest?
Yeah, that'll work. That was a good idea, Joey. Gold star.
Ooh.
Nice, Joey. Good work.
All right. Yeah. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do on sprite of kind enemy hits wall at location. So that means that they have run into something. Go away, code. Crap. When this happens, we're going to go ahead and check what the tile our sprite is over is. So we can use this tile at location is blank. Let's go ahead and start with our right tile. And for our location, we want to get the location of our sprite. Where is that? Right here. Okay. And so now we want to go ahead and just put that in there. Same thing we did before. So setting our Vy to 0. And nice. That works perfectly. All right. So we've gone and done our turning right. Let's just go ahead and we're going to duplicate this a few times. And do it for all of our other directions. So we did right. Let's go ahead and do down. Then we'll do left. Then we'll do up. So for down, we want to set our Vx to be 0 and set our Vy to be enemy speed. For left, we want to set our Vy to 0 and our Vx to be the negative, because the negative x is to the left. Math.
What was that?
What? My
It was a math
song? Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was an evil like laugh.
Oh no, I was like math.
Oh, I see. Okay.
That would be a pretty good evil laugh, though. Like if you have a
Yeah.
Super evil villain.
All right, look at this. We got our tower defense game going.
This looks so good.
Woo!
All right, they're all piling up here now though, at our choice ones. So let's go ahead and do that. It's gonna be easy. All we need to do is we're going to add another case for this. We're going to say if the tile at the location is our barbell, then we will set our VY to be, we want our VY to be 0, and then we want our VX to be enemy speed, and we want to make it so that there's a 50% chance we go either way. So we're going to go into logic, we're going to do a 50% chance. And if this 50% chance is true, then we're just going to take our VX and multiply it by -1. Or do our usual thing, which is just 0 minus whatever it is. Because, whoops. Hey, go back. So we'll just do 0 minus enemy speed. Okay, so let's watch this go. Okay.
Oh.
Whoa.
Okay, what's happening here? Oh no, Joey.
Whoa.
Joey, you betrayed
Dad.
us.
There's a wall. Interesting.
Okay, well, I like the code that we've got here right now because it's definitely simpler than the code I was planning to write. So we're just going to change our tile map to match our code. It works.
Mhm.
So we'll just go ahead and do that. And erase right here. And now everything is fine. These ones that are going down, they don't care about this because they don't actually hit. So we need to fill in our extra turns.
Yeah. We can come up with a better solution later for converging.
Yeah, we can come up with something. But for now, this should work pretty well. All right, nice. Okay, all right, so we got our basic enemies. Let's do one more thing. So we've got all of our arrows coded up. So I'm just going to collapse this because we don't need it right now. And I'm going to go into our tile map. Sorry, our code where we are setting our tile map, and I'm going to do a cover all tiles block, and I'm going to cover all of our various arrows with this white tile. By the way, do you guys mind doing art for whatever you decide what the theme is?
We have some user submitted art. I'm pasting it into chat right now.
All right.
Which is funny because chat is Frenchish for cat. So really,
It is Frenchish for cat.
we. It's perfect.
All right. Okay. So we've got our thing going now. No one can see our dirty secret of how we've accomplished this miraculous turning. We can take that with us to our graves. And instead, one thing I'm going to do is right now I don't like how off center they are because they're hitting walls.
Yeah.
And we can fix that easily though by just making them 8 by 8. Because we're always going to be positioned perfectly. We can, we don't need to worry about being smaller than the tunnels that we're going through, which is something that we often advise. So let's go ahead and just fix these dummies. There we go. Now they're 8 by 8. Boop, 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 boop. Cool. All right. So we've got our basic thing going. So let's go ahead and do some towers now. So let's think about how do you guys want to place towers? So normally in tower defense games, you do it like on a grid, right? Do you want to do that, or do we just want to be like, put them wherever?
It might be easier to put them wherever because some of the art is bigger than 8 by 8.
Ah, I see.
Mm.
That's on me. I didn't say what the size should be. Okay. Yeah, all right. So we'll just make it so we can place them wherever. So we need a cursor that we can move around. and that is able to place things. We also need some sort of menu to choose which thing we're putting down. So I'm thinking for the menu, we'll just make some icons up here. We've got a lot of space in kind of like this top area. We'll put some icons. You can click one of them, and that will add it to your hand, and then you can drop it wherever. And once it's there, it's stuck. All right. So our first tower is going to be just the basic of basics, just like the one where if there is something near it, it just like shoots a little arrow at it. Like, so do that. Let's go ahead. We're going to, like I said before, we're going to create a little UI element for our guy. So let's go ahead. Do we have our it?
Yes.
Oh yeah, you do.
Also, we have a request for feature, which is please add selling, because that's really important sometimes.
Okay, we'll think about it. That'll be at the end, but I do like the idea of doing it.
I like how much faith everybody has in us to, get things done.
Yeah, I was hoping this would be a one stream game, so we'll see. We can make it a 2-stream game if we have to. All right, so this first one, this is Archer Cat from Lucas. Lucas?
Yes, these are all from Lucas.
Yeah. Oh, look at him. He's got a little green Robin Hood hat.
Maybe Archer Cat. I just gave it its name. Feel free to correct.
All right. I love it. So we need to put a little icon for building one of these guys, and I think it's pretty obvious what the icon's going to be. It's going to be this. It's going to be this green hat. So let's go in here. We're going to paste this guy in here. Make this. See if this will fit in 8x8. Yeah, pretty much. And you know what? I'll just draw a smaller version of it. So let's go ahead. Oop. We're going to make this like a little tile. Fill this in with white. And then we'll make a little green hat. Sorta. And then, yeah, sure. Did I make it go the wrong way though? I did. A helmet is a kind of hat.
Where's everybody's hats?
Hey.
Thank you, Richard. We're hat. What's cat in French?
Chat.
Why did I look away for a minute and now Vivian's wearing a helmet?
Because we were drawing a hat.
Okay.
Joey, you're not wearing a helmet? Do you know how dangerous that is, coding without a helmet?
I'll wear this as a hat.
Nice.
Okay, well that's dangerous in a different way. All right. So we're gonna name this our Archer icon. Go ahead and create this. We're gonna put it up here in the top, and we want to put this kind of up here in the top right. So I'm gonna get a set property block. Set this right here. Set the top to be like T2. No. Set the top to be 0.
Nice.
And then we'll set the left to be 80.
That's divisible by 8.
Yep. Math. Okay. I'll set it to be 1 because I don't like when it's right up against the screen. All right, so there it is. Now we need an icon. We need a cursor. So let's go ahead right here. We're going to erase this. Ooh. And make a cursor. And I'm not feeling drawing a hand today.
Oh, nice.
So we're doing classic arrow cursor. So one that looks better than this. Oh man, is this harder than a hand?
It's
I
like,
think
you
this-
know,
I think this is harder than a hand. I think I'm just gonna draw a hand.
I feel like
I
because
think
it's
it
like
is, yeah.
straight lines and stuff, you know, it's like why it's difficult to make a circle,
Yeah, you might be right.
which has no lines.
That's a weird hand. I'm gonna up my size a bit. I think maybe 8x8 is a difficult size to do a hand in.
What about, yeah, you could do a cat paw. Or is that too themed?
I really want to do that, but I feel like it's can you draw me a cat paw, Vivian?
Okay, 8x8.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look at this weird hand.
Looks good.
How do I normally do this? I feel like I have a standard way of drawing hands and I'm not doing it.
Maybe it's
Why
because
is
you're
this
missing
hand
a
weird?
thumb.
The thumb's
Kinda got a
underneath.
thumb.
It's
It's
on.
wrapped under.
Hey, it's on.
Hello.
There, if I do it like that, is that a well-defined thumb?
Yes. I think it looks good.
Okay. Joey's not impressed.
No, I was the first one saying that. I think the thumb's there because it's wrapped underneath.
Okay, all right.
Oh.
All right, Hassan, we are making a tower defense game.
Like that balloon popping game, or the was it the monkey?
Yep.
Yeah, where the monkeys with darts pop balloons.
Yeah.
Like balloons, yes. It's called balloons.
Mm.
And actually, that's kind of what inspired this because I saw Unsigned Arduino made a balloons game, and I was like, yeah, it's been a while since we've done a tower defense game. Okay, so we've got our cursor. We're gonna go ahead and turn on controller move with buttons. And pro tip, don't make it 100 when you're doing a cursor because that is actually hard to control precisely. It really helps to make it smaller. So like 70 by 70, for example.
Probably also
What?
goes through walls, right?
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. So actually, we don't need to do it in this game. We'll get away with it because our sprite is big enough to always be clipping through walls. But we do need to. It's good practice, so we should do it. We're going to go into here and go down to our sprite flags. Go to our cursor. We're going to set ghost through walls. And turn that on. So this will make it so that we don't run into any walls because our tile map is full of walls. All right, so now, when we mouse over and we press A, we want to see if we are overlapping with our archer icon. And if we are, then we're going to give ourselves a archer tower to place somewhere. So let's go ahead and go into controller. We're going to get an on A button pressed. And inside here, we're just going to go into an if. We're going to go into sprites where the overlaps with is. Change this to be cursor. Change this to be archer icon. And now we can do our code to actually pick something up. So do you think it's easier just to turn the cursor into it?
That'd be cute.
Okay. I didn't ask if it was cute. I asked if it was easier.
I don't know if it's easier. I just know it's cute.
Okay.
I think so. Yeah. And you can press B to back off or something.
Yeah. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and go into our functions, and we're going to make a function now, which is going to be called. Let's see. I think what we should do is make a tower because we're probably going to want this later. And it's going to take in. We'll see. Get rid of that. It's going to take in a name, an image, and then probably some other stuff. A cost.
Yeah.
Okay, and this is going to create a tower thing that it's going to return. And we want to return a sprite, and we want to return some properties on it. So what time is it, guys?
It's time for
Alright.
arcade.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Vivian definitely did it backwards.
I'm pretty sure I did too.
Yeah. Is it to the right or to the left first?
To the right.
Okay. Oh yeah, because I guess like I see y'all, and if I go right, it looks like I'm
Yeah.
mirroring you.
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
confused me.
That's the confusing thing. All right, well, that wonderful chant that we always do in perfect unison and never make a mistake is arcade sprite data, and that's the extension we need to add right now. All right, so we're going to create a sprite. We're going to give it this image that we're making. We're going to add a new kind, which is going to be tower. And we're going to set some properties on it. So we have a name, which is going to be a string. New tower. And for that, we're going to set the name. And we'll set it to our name. And now we're going to also set a number. So let's go ahead and get that here. Set it to our cost. And now we're just going to return this thing at the end. So this is a pattern I always like to do when I'm creating things like this, because it just makes it really easy to create one later, because now all I need to do is fill in these three things when I call this function. So close that up, and we might need to add things later, but it's just as easy as clicking edit function and then editing everywhere you call it. Okay, so if the cursor overlaps with Archer icon, we're going to make another variable, which is going to be a thing we're holding. Hassan disappeared. Oh, he's back. Oh, I see. Hassan did his fun stealth thing. All right. So we're going to make a tower, which is going to be our archer. Going to take in an image, which is going to be this image. Going to take a cost, which is going to be 1, I guess. And now we're going to also make it so that our cursor is invisible. Hassan, what are you holding? Oh, hats. Hat options.
Yeah, I only own 2 hats.
Hassan, we got to go hat shopping. Oh, it's a good hat though.
How cozy.
All right.
All right. So we're going to set invisible on. Sorry, actually, I want to set this for our cursor. And what we're going to do is while we're holding a thing, basically, we're going to use an on-game update, and we're just going to say, are we holding a thing? And if we are, we're going to set its location to be the same as our cursor location. So our cursor is going to be invisible, so you won't see it. And this will essentially turn our thing into a cursor. So let me see. I want set position. Then I want to go into here. I don't know if it's worth like a whole block, but it would be nice to have it just make this the same position as another one, you know?
Yeah.
When I have arcade sprite util in there, I have sometimes used the place at angle from, just because that's with 0, 0, that's the default.
Mhm. All right, so we got some bugs.
Infinite
Um,
archers.
Yeah, infinite archers. Okay, so what we want to do now is we're going to add another extension. This one is a classic favorite that I have not added in a while.
Classic favorite. Which one?
It's going to be jwonderall / arcade right util. Yes. Okay.
Trying to do the fake out, didn't work.
All right.
Nice.
The reason we're
Didn't
adding
need
this
way
is
to-
because we always used to do a really annoying thing, which was there's this great thing in JavaScript called undefined. Not important what it is, just think of it as nothing. And so it lets you, when you don't have a variable assigned, you can just do an if like this to see if it's there or not, which is really nice. We used to do a really hacky way of getting undefined, which was like a thing with an array where you get a value at 0 on an empty array, and so there's nothing there. But Joey finally decided to correct that wrong and made us an undefined block. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to say, if we are holding a thing, then we're going to drop that thing. So we're going to set thing we are holding to undefined. What do I do? What? Oh no.
Oh, does this not work well because it's oh. Why isn't this working well?
Is it a quarter?
No, it's
No,
type
this
inference.
is my fault, I think.
Okay, we'll do this.
Yeah, the extension doesn't work
this,
as well as it
this.
should.
That should fix things, I think.
I'm not sure if it's going to.
Why?
I don't think the extension's gonna how it's written is gonna work because this block, the same dropdown returns numbers. Ugh. I think of a way to fix that. I guess this block is useless right now for non-numbers.
Hmm.
My bad.
All right, we'll make our own one. Undefined. Never name a function this. Now it's U-defined. We're good. And we're just going to do our classic return empty array, get value at 0. Ha 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 ha. Bad code. Oh, do you not like that? All right, we'll inline it. Now, everyone's happy, right? There we go. Okay. Sometimes the compiler is just too smart for its own good, you know? All right.
Yeah,
so
I know the dealing.
We're going to set the invisible to be off. So now we can pick up archers. We can put them down. Nice. Okay. So let's get into the meat and we've got the meat and potatoes, right? Well, we've got the meat, but do we have the potatoes yet? Vivian, do we have the potatoes?
All that mean no potatoes. Make
That's
sure you eat your tomatoes. Am I right?
No, there's no. Okay, Vivian's wrapping now. All right. So to make that happen, what we need to do, the potatoes in this case are, we have our towers that we're putting down, but they're not actually attacking enemies. We need to write some code to make that happen. So what do we want these guys to do? So kind of the classic archer behavior is you have like a radius, right? And that's the radius of what they'll attack in. And then when something enters into that radius, we want them to fire a projectile at whatever it is. So luckily, the arcade sprite util has a nice little thing for this. We have this distance, and we can go ahead and just check our distance for our towers. And if the distance is less than a certain amount, that means it's within our radius. And so we can actually do what we want, which is fire a projectile. That is. Okay. So we're going to go into our, you know what, actually, I want to visualize some stuff though.
Just so you know, there is a block, get all sprites of kind blank within blank pixels from my sprite.
What the heck? All right, Joey, stop reading my mind. It's not.
Just a perfect sprite.
Okay. One thing I want to do though is I actually want to do a fun little thing where we visualize this radius for everybody. So we're going to make a radius now. We're going to do this. We're going to say archer rad. Yes. And we're going to set this up here to be, what's a good one? Our tiles are 8 by 8, so 3 tiles, 24.
I believe it.
All right, that's good. Okay. Vivian, where are you flying to?
Oh, I'm a radius. Duh.
Looks like you're a diameter.
Oh, okay. Well, you know, it's 2 radiuses.
Yeah, you can be angry at me for saying such a dumb contradictory thing.
Wait, how do I? I'm a circumference.
Okay, so we're gonna loop over everything of kind tower. We just want to do our ones that are archer towers. So we're actually gonna go and look at our sprite data, check our name that we put in there. And if it's equal to archer, then we're going to draw our radius around our guy. So let's go into sprite utils. Let's go ahead and get a draw circle. And then for the radius, we want the archer rad. Yes. Okay, so let's do this. Pick it up, put it down, and
I know why it doesn't work. I think.
yes.
I think archer should be capitalized, question mark.
Gold star for Vivian.
Woo!
Nice. All right, cool. So now when we're placing our archer, we can actually see our radius of where they're going to attack. So that's pretty cool. Probably want to make it so that it's not like all the time. Like maybe just when we're overlapping with an archer, we make it so that the radius is shown. But for now, just while we're testing our code, I'm just going to make it so it's all the time. Okay. So let's go ahead and do our actual firing of arrows. So the first thing I'm going to do is our enemies are too fast. Let's go ahead and slow them down a bit. There we go. Nice and slow. And we're going to take our spawn rate and also slow it down. A lot of enemies. There we go. Okay. So every, I don't know, 500 milliseconds we'll start with. We want to fire at an arrow at one of the enemies that is in range. So we're going to go into our sprites. We're going to get a projectile block. But first, actually, we're gonna duplicate this thing we just did. Get rid of the draw circle. Okay, so we're gonna create a projectile from our sprite. We'll just set the Vx and Vy to be 0. And then we're going to go and do a set the velocity of the projectile. To be the angle between from our tower sprite to the sprite we want to hit. And to do that, we have this array of all kinds of sprites. So you want to do enemy within our radius.
I think this one probably returns it in order too, because I think it uses a heap. Let me check.
Really?
Like index 0, I think is going to be the closest, but I'll check.
Oh, okay. I was just going to choose a random one.
Ah, well, that works too.
You're not gonna find it there.
There you go.
Richard,
I figured it
are you
out
good
on my own, Vivian.
Are you good at Easter egg hunt?
I'm okay.
I feel like
Okay.
you would have a difficult time getting yourself to the Easter egg.
Okay,
You-
Vivian. There's a lot of negativity on this call today.
I'm sorry, Richard. I'm sure if you found your way there, you find all the Easter eggs.
If that helps, but random also sounds good.
Richard, I'll put on an Easter egg hunt for you next year.
You're not forgiven if that's what you want.
No. I'll put really good stuff in it. I'll put like.
Hey, is this transparent? Can you guys see this, or is this my screen burning?
Your screen's burning. I don't see anything.
Let me see what.
I see something there too. That is
don't.
vaguely transparent.
It's slightly transparent. Huh.
You have to look very closely because it's just slightly off black in that.
Yeah.
Where his pixel was. It's the outline of the tile map.
It's not important. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead now and go ahead and get this. Put this guy down here
Oh.
and attack friend. We're going to do one other thing too. You might have noticed that it was actually firing as I was holding. Right? This is no good. It's now you just have a little thing you can just move around to go and attack things. This is not what we want. So we're going to do a inside logic. We're going to get an and. I put this in here, and we're going to say it is not equal to the thing we are holding. There we go. That'll stop that from happening. All right. What's up, Joey?
Do we also want to do we want it to fire into the void if there's nothing nearby? Or should we check if one exists before it firing to?
Yeah, it should probably not.
Richard's not pleased about something.
Or work.
Another variable.
Are you happy now, Joey?
Yeah, I'm a little happier.
Oh wow. So easy to make Joey happy.
All right, so we can go ahead. We can put our archer here and Look at him fire at those things. Nice. Okay.
Dang,
So,
that's 30.
that looks like some meat, and oh, I think I see some potatoes sticking through there. I think we got our meat and our potatoes now.
Yay! Yay!
So let's go ahead and finish up. We're gonna make this and actually a game, and I think this is gonna be a 2-stream thing. We did successfully make a tower defense game, and I think it's gonna be we're gonna finish it today, and it'll be a game. But we have so much more art to use. We have so many things. So we'll just do a fun stream where we just add more stuff on top. I think later, not tomorrow though, because like I said, tomorrow is pitching day. So we're going to go into scene. We're going to set, sorry, not scene. We're going to go into info, and we're going to set our life to be, let's see, whoops. Set our life to be, for some reason, I feel like 20.
Because Catravan D.
Because cats have 20 lives, famously.
Oh yeah, of course.
All right, and we're gonna make it so that when our enemy hits a wall, let's see, where's our hits a wall code? Right here. We're gonna add one more case to this, which is gonna be if that tile is the end. We're going to change our life by -1, and we are going to destroy the enemy.
Nice.
There we go. And now we need to do our overlaps, and we'll just see how OP our tower is. Okay, right. So that's our defense code. So what's
going on?
I don't know. All right, that was weird. All right.
Oh.
Not doing a very good job. What's going on here?
Oh.
Is it? Oh, I know what it is.
Really lost track of the code there.
There we go. Okay, where are we creating the projectile? We'll do a Daryl. I think it's this one. Nice. We're going to go into here. We're going to set. Oh, stop it. There we go. I think that should do it. We'll see though.
I guess you should probably. Oh, it's a projectile, so it's already all destroy. So we're good. Nice.
Okay, so this might be too good. Our archer might be too amazing.
Cats are
mean,
amazing.
I feel like on the first couple levels, you usually are pretty good, and then you get like more health or something for the enemies, and then you all of a sudden get overwhelmed.
Yeah. Yep. So let's do enemy health real quick because we don't have that right now, and it's pretty quick to add. We can do that before. We can do that in 2 minutes. So we'll collapse this. Where are these guys? All right, and where are we creating our enemies? Let's see, I think it's this one right here. We're going to. Do we want to do? I don't think we want to do status bars. Might be a lot going on the screen.
Mm-hmm. I think in balloons you don't see enemy health either. You just kind of got to feel it.
Yep. Of course, everyone just kind of looks at it and perfectly knows which ones, because you saw all of the bullets, right?
Yeah.
It would just be useless information. All right. Now we're going to go to our projectile code, and we're going to go into sprites. We're going to change that health that we just set by -1. Not sprite. All right. And now we want to say if their health is less or equal to 0. Then we destroy it. All right, let's see if we're still unbeatable with a single tower.
I think you still had. Oh, that's working. No, yeah, I think you. Never mind. Oh yeah, I thought it had a destroy sprite at the top of that block before
Yeah,
the
it's
if.
destroying the projectile. Destroying the projectile.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, it's destroying something.
All right, I think they're starting. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Some of them might start getting
starting
through.
to overwhelm our archer. I want to see if a single one gets through. So while that's going, let's do outros. We'll be back with the tower defense game. We'll be adding more stuff. I'm Richard, at Richard on the MakeCode forum.
I'm Daniel, at Daniel M on the MakeCode forum.
I'm Hassan, at Hassan on the MakeCode forum.
And I'm
Joey
Vivian. Oh, sorry, Joey. I'm not used to so many people.
Yeah, it felt really weird to go third. It's got, ugh. I'm Joey, or fourth. I'm fourth. Joey at G1 on the MakeCode forums.
And
Yo, you're
I'm
first in our
Vivian.
hearts, so.
I love Drip on the MakeCode forum.
All right.
You're doing a pretty good job defense with the Robin Hood over here.
Yeah, this archer is just too good. I'm just gonna make it so that the firing code is every second. It's like do this, Robin Hood. It's an unrealistic firing speed for arrows.
Yeah, you
as
gotta at least
any
have
professional
friends.
archer will let you know.
Yeah.
There we go. Look at that.
Whoa, that's lots lower.
Just a bit, just slightly a failure.
Yeah.
All
Right. Bye.